if you're a UK pensioner receiving the state pension, pension credit, or any other benefit from the Department for Work and Pensions, stop what you're doing right now and listen very carefully. Because starting this October, the DWP is activating a sweeping new set of powers that could completely change how your bank account is monitored. And make no mistake, this isn't a rumor, and it isn't scaremongering. It's real. It's happening right now. Thousands of pensioners across the UK have no idea that this new DWP system is already being rolled out, and it could have a huge impact on your payments, your privacy, and even your eligibility. So, stay with me, because in the next few minutes, I'll explain exactly what's changing, how it works, who's affected, and most importantly, how to make sure you stay safe and protect your pension. Welcome to Pensioners Power, your trusted source for everything you need to know about pensions, retirement planning, and financial wellness. Here, we cover the latest news, expert insights, and essential updates to help you maximize your retirement years. Whether it's understanding pension schemes, making the most of your savings, or staying informed about financial changes, you're in the right place. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an important update. Now, let's jump right into today's topic. For decades, the DWP relied on traditional investigations, tips from the public, random checks, and targeted audits. But this October, a brand new system is going live, one that allows the DWP to directly access and analyze information from banks across the country. Under new legislation passed earlier this year, the DWP now has legal authority to request details from banks and building societies about the accounts of anyone receiving benefits, including the state pension. This new approach is part of the government's nationwide crackdown on benefit fraud and error, which they claim costs the taxpayer billions every single year. But the difference this time is enormous. Instead of waiting for suspicious cases to be reported, the DWP can now proactively monitor accounts using automated systems scanning for what they call red flag indicators. These red flags are patterns or transactions that may suggest a benefit claimant is receiving income, savings, or support they haven't declared. For example, if you're claiming pension credit, which is means tested, and your account suddenly starts showing large or regular deposits that weren't declared, that will trigger a red flag. If your account shows income from employment or self-employment while you're on a benefit that says you're not working, that too raises an alert. Or if there's evidence suggesting you're spending significant time abroad while receiving UK-based benefits, that's another potential trigger. But before panic sets in, let's clear up a key point. The DWP won't be sitting there manually reading through every transaction you make. They're not interested in your Tesco receipts or that fish and chips takeaway. What they're looking for are patterns, activity that could indicate undeclared income, unreported savings, or living arrangements that might affect your benefit entitlement. Banks will use computer algorithms to automatically scan accounts for suspicious patterns. Only when certain thresholds or red flags are triggered will that information be passed on to the DWP for review. It's a data-driven system, not human monitoring, and it's focused entirely on accounts linked to benefit claims. However, and this is crucial, these powers apply not just to your main account, but to all accounts in your name. That includes savings accounts, ESAs, joint accounts with a spouse or partner, even accounts you rarely use. If the DWP opens an investigation, all of these could potentially be reviewed. If you're receiving any means-tested benefit, this affects you. That includes pension credit, housing benefit, council tax support, universal credit for those nearing pension age. Even if you currently only receive the state pension, it's still worth understanding these changes, because if you ever need to claim additional support, this monitoring framework will already be in place. Let's go through some examples of what could set off an investigation. Unexplained regular deposits. Money coming in that doesn't match your declared income, even if it's from family, must be reported. Large one-off payments. A lump sum, whether it's inheritance, a gift, or from selling possessions, needs to be declared if you're on means-tested benefits. Evidence of work income. Payments from an employer or self-employment deposits, while on sickness or pension benefits, will raise concerns. Foreign spending or transfers. Significant activity abroad can lead to checks on whether you're still resident in the UK. Joint accounts, suggesting a relationship. If you're claiming as single, but have a joint account showing shared bills with another adult, it could lead to a review of your household status. Now, let's get to the most important part: how to stay compliant and safe. The number one rule: be honest and transparent with the DWP. If anything changes your income, savings, living situation, or family circumstances, report it immediately. It's always better to declare something up front than to have it discovered later through bank monitoring. Keep records of where your money comes from. If you receive a gift, inheritance, or sell an asset, write it down. Keep receipts, bank statements, or letters that prove the source. If you have a joint account with someone other than your spouse or partner, make sure the DWP understands the purpose of that account. And if you receive financial help from family, keep a record of those transfers too, so you can explain them clearly if questioned. It's important to understand that the DWP cannot just access your account on a whim. There are legal limits and privacy safeguards in place. Banks don't hand over your details unless specific red flag conditions are met. And if your account is flagged, the DWP must inform you and give you a chance to explain before any action is taken. If your payments are reduced or stopped and you believe it's unfair, you can appeal. Act quickly, though there are time limits. If you ever feel the DWP has misused its powers, you can file a complaint or contact your MP or the independent case examiner. Understandably, many pensioners are worried about privacy. No one likes the idea of government eyes on their bank account. The government insists these powers are focused solely on tackling fraud, not targeting honest pensioners. The Data Protection Act still applies, which means your financial data must be handled securely and only used for legitimate purposes. They can't share your personal data outside of benefit-related investigations unless there's evidence of criminal activity. Still, privacy groups warn this system gives the government far more oversight than before, and that's why it's important to stay informed, vigilant, and always compliant. Let's clear up a few of the biggest misconceptions spreading online. Myth 1. The DWP will see every purchase you make. False. They only see flagged data, not your daily spending habits. Myth 2. Having savings means you'll lose your benefits. Not true. You can have savings, but you must declare them, and limits apply for means-tested support. Myth 3. Withdrawing cash will get you investigated. False. Normal withdrawals are fine. Only unusual or undeclared patterns cause issues. Myth 4. Having a joint account means you can't claim as single. Incorrect. You can, as long as it's not with a romantic partner and your circumstances are clearly explained. The DWP says this system will help recover billions in overpaid or fraudulent claims, but many pensioners are anxious. It could also cause unnecessary stress for those who've done nothing wrong. That's why understanding these rules and staying ahead of them is absolutely vital. For honest claimants, this shouldn't be a cause for fear. Just make sure your details are correct, your finances are transparent, and your changes are reported. That's it. Thank you for watching Pensioners Power. If you found this video helpful, be sure to give it a thumbs up and share it with others. Stay informed, stay engaged, and we'll see you in the next video with more insights on the issues that affect the UK. Take care, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for all the latest updates.